Hello, space dwellers and captains of the Black Seas, travelers of knowledge. On our adventure today, we will uncover the dark history of the Gek, our small entrepreneurial friends who used to be much taller, but also much darker, who used to rule the outer edge with an iron fist. Are they still this determined to rule? What changed them, and can they be trusted? Let's dig in and hear what their history can teach us. For more, remember to like, share, and subscribe. Enjoy.
We are the masters of galaxies, the overlords of the cosmos. Each foe will submit with bended knee to the almighty Gek Dominion. We are the first spawn. Look upon our works and despair. Those born of the Gek who opposed the Dominion were hurled from the spawning pools of the first spawn. Their cherished spawning syrup was replaced with flame. Their kind are now merely beasts of the field. After the opposers were cast from the spawning pools, the Sentinels descended. Their cause was unjust. Aggressors guided to the fray by the sent emissions of a war too great and too mighty for the automatons to resist. The first spawn would remember this. The minor Gek were purged. It is only through fire that imperfection be destroyed and the path to domination is revealed. The first spawn feasted on the flesh of the discarded and grew strong. First spawn bred and plotted while the Sentinels patrolled the skies of Ballaron for a multitude of cycles. But the automaton victories were but illusions. Beneath the watchful metallic eyes, Gek legions rose. The holy larval pools of Ballaron sprang forth with the purest of periwiggles. Generation begat generation, wholesome and strong, irons of fist and with a granite resolve. We, the wise first spawn, held back our tide of blood. We waited to attack. The unseen blow strikes the hardest. The dawn of the empire of the first spawn was birthed in the shadow of folly of the great Viking Sentinel War. The rock and the wave collided as we kept our vigil, awaiting signs of weakness to pave our coming. The Viking foolishly fought a war with no end. Again and again, they threw their warriors against the iron tide. The Sentinel singed Viking flesh with laser. The Vikings scorched their foe with righteous fire. From the shadows, the first spawn watched and prepared to unleash their reckoning. The Viking and Sentinels clashed, spilling blood and white metal through the void, each blow weakening their defenses against the fate that awaited them in the shadows. It would not be long before the first spawn took their rightful place as emperors of the stars. The Vikings spilled their own putrid blood and pushed the Sentinel machines back from the outer edge. They drove forward like crashing tides, leaving broken metal in their wake. For a time, the Sentinels became silent. In their silence came the glorious Gek ascent. It came with the rightful destruction of Korvax Prime. Korvax Prime was a vast and precious landscape of mineral ore and power. By right of universal rule, the first spawn claimed dominion over the planet. Yet, the credulous and feeble Korvax refused to accept their conquest. They denied progress, this their greatest folly. Driven by the misguided desire for planetary equilibrium, the Korvax refused to delve deep inside their planet and profit from the jewel granted them by fate. Their love for the dire will of the Sentinels was abhorrent to the Gek. Swift was their end, brought about by the first spawn strike.